So you've probably heard the news about influencers charging hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single post on their Instagram account. And as a small business owner, you'd love to get involved, but there's no way that you have that kind of budget. Well, what if I told you that you could do influencer marketing for a fraction of the cost? Want to find out how? Well, in this video, I'll be sharing 8 simple steps towards achieving influencer marketing for less than $250. Hello and welcome to another episode on my channel. I'm Emiley, your go-to girl for marketing and mindset strategies to help you hustle smarter, not harder. So if this is your first time at my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Make sure you hit the big subscribe now button if you're really interested in marketing strategies and business tips that can help you as a solopreneur or a small business owner, because that's all the stuff that I love to talk about. So this video is video 3 in my 4-part video series on Instagram influencer marketing. So if you haven't watched the first episode about the difference between Instagram influencers and Instagram micro influencers, make sure you check that one out now. It's going to give you a really good heads up of what the whole space is about if you're not familiar with it. So if influencer marketing has got you so overwhelmed and you're thinking there is no way that I could afford this, to put it into perspective, I used to be an influencer with a healthy lifestyle blog and I rarely charged for Instagram posts. I was given a lot of free product and offered free tickets to events and things like that. But I had over 12,000 followers and I rarely charged. So there's definitely opportunities out there for you. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing the 8 steps you should be taking to finding micro influencers that are really relevant to your niche and are going to be able to promote your product in an authentic and real way for less than $250. So according to an independent study, 66% of influencers charge less than $250 for a post on their Instagram account, many of which do so for free. So I want you to be able to leverage Instagram influencer marketing. So let's follow these 8 simple steps to ensuring that you can get influencers to start posting about your products and services. Step 1 is to find micro influencers. So while celebrities sound super sexy, they cost a lot. So if you don't have the budget to get a celebrity to endorse or promote your product, then micro influencers are the way to go. They have less than 10,000 followers, but are able to approach any promotion in a very real and authentic way. Step 2 is to make a list of your favorites. So create a list of 5 to 10 of your favorite micro influencers that you'd love to promote your product, and start stalking them like crazy. Step 3 is to calculate their engagement rate. So if you don't know how to do this, watch my video from last week where I show you a simple formula to calculate engagement rate. This will help you to define whether an influencer has real authentic followers or they might have some fakies in there. So step 4 is identify those fake followers. So sometimes influencers do purchase followers and you don't want to be approaching influencers that do this. Engagement rate is a really good way to work out whether they have a real following, like people that are actually commenting and liking on their posts. But I actually found this free tool that shows how to work out whether there's been any jumps in follower count. So if there's been a massive jump in how many followers they have, while yes, this may be real if they've had amazing PR coverage or they've had something big happen in the media, but you would think that this would be a consistent rise. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. So this is one account that I follow and saw a massive growth. It's pretty clear that these followers were purchased. Just to be aware, this is a free tool and it doesn't have the data for all Instagram accounts. So you might find that you might be missing a bit of information, but there are paid tools out there. So if this is something you're really interested in testing out, it might be worth paying for a tool for a couple of months at least to get this strategy up and running. Step 5 is build a relationship. So we've heard it before, put the social back in social media. So this is all about building that relationship. So actually commenting, liking, asking questions, engaging in a conversation, sending them DMs, responding to their stories. Spend a bit of time doing this, maybe a couple of weeks, so they start to get to know you and your brand. Step 6 is understand your objectives. So understanding your why or your purpose for investing in an Instagram influencer campaign. Is it to drive sales? If so, by how much? If it's to get brand awareness, what does that look like? If you can actually work out what are the results you're trying to achieve, you'll be able to see whether this is a successful campaign for you or not. Influencers work really well for certain products and services, but not so well for others, or maybe for a specific niche as well. It really, really differs. So if you test it out and it works really well on $250, then maybe you can start investing a little bit more and grow those results exponentially. Step 7 is to make contact. So by this point, you've been following your influencers for a while, you've been engaging in their content. Hopefully they're now followers of you as well. And now they're going to be perfectly primed to reach out to them to promote your product. But make sure you get clear on what the value exchange is. So if it's not money and you're going to give them free product, be really clear on what that value looks like. Or alternatively, you could also even, if you've got an account with, a decent following, higher than what they've got, you might say that you'll post images of them and promote them on your social account as well. So while I prefer to reach out to influencers via email, because for me it's easier to track and keep record of where I'm at and follow up and that sort of thing, you might like to use DMs as well. Some influencers won't actually put their email address in their bio or on their website, so that might be a good way for you to connect with them. And step 8 is measure the success. So keep a record of who you've reached out to, when they've posted, the type of feedback you've received, whether you've had more sales during that period or you've had a spike in traffic to your website. Keep a record of all that stuff and maybe test out giving influencers money versus giving them free product, or working out what that looks like and work out what works better for you. You might find that spending $100 on getting an influencer to post about you means you get $1,000 worth of sales. So it's well worth that investment. However, you may have someone that you just give your product to for free, which costs you $5-10, and get the same result. So it's all a bit of a test, and I definitely recommend trying a few different options. But my number one tip is to make sure your influencers are relevant, because their followers are going to be the ones that you're going to be measuring their action of. So making sure that they're going to react positively to your product or service. So just because you choose a healthy lifestyle influencer who looks like the person that you are wanting to target, have a look and see if they've done any promotional posts before or any posts similar to the sort of product that you're offering. So if you're a food product and they've posted about a recipe and it's got very low engagement, they're not going to be the right influencer for you. But then if they've posted a recipe and that recipe has skyrocketed, it's one of their most popular posts, then they're going to be a number one influencer to target. So have you tried out influencer marketing before? I'd love to hear from you. So comment below with any experiences you'd like to share. But if Instagram is where you're playing in your business and you need some help and strategies on what to do next, check out my playlist, Instagram for Business, which talks about anything to do with Instagram marketing, but I would love to help answer any of your questions as well. So comment below with any questions you have about Instagram marketing, and I'll help you out. So next Tuesday, I'll be sharing the 4th video in this series. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can watch it right here. Otherwise, subscribe to be notified when that next video goes live. Make sure you like this video and comment below if you loved it. I really want to make content that you are wanting to see more of, so let me know what you thought, and that's it for me for today. So until next time, bye for now.